What is up, nerds? It is Reptile DIY here again, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to take an old band t-shirt and turn it into a legit back patch that will not fall apart. So let's get this shit started. So I know we've all been there in the past. We have a cool band t-shirt, you want to cut it up and turn it into a back patch. Well, eventually the t-shirt just frays, it falls apart, and you are left with no back patch and no t-shirt. So I'm going to show you guys how to take an old band t-shirt, reinforce it, and turn it into a back patch that will not fall apart. And honestly guys, this is a great method because a lot of bands make amazing t-shirts, but they don't make any back patches or any patches in general. And you know, this is a great way to take their t-shirt and turn it into a back patch or just any patch that you want. So let's talk about supplies. First and foremost, you're going to need an old band t-shirt or a hoodie. You are also going to need some material. I'm going to be using black canvas. You can use any color you want. I'm going to be using black because I want my patch to be black. You can even use black denim if you're in a pinch. You're going to also need some fabric glue, as well as a sponge brush, an iron, something to iron on, something flat, large, and heavy. I'm using 2 pieces of plywood, but whatever works, works. Something heavy, like some weights or books or whatever you got, as well as a pair of scissors. You're also going to need some wax paper. And before I forget, you're going to need some cardboard as well. So the first step is taking your base material. In my case, it's going to be black canvas. And you're going to iron it as flat as possible, okay? Just iron it out, try to get all the kinks and crinks and all that shit out of there. Next up, you're going to iron your t-shirt. And the best way to iron your t-shirt is to take it, fold it inside out, and iron it from the inside. You can see me folded it inside out right there. And just iron that t-shirt out, all nice and flat. I iron my t-shirts from the inside because I don't want to melt any of that screen printed material with the hot iron. So we got our t-shirt all ironed out. Next step is to cut it out. Now I like to leave at least like 2 inches when I'm doing this on each side and just cut it out. So now we got our t-shirt cut out about 1 inch, 2 inches on each side. And we're going to cut out our canvas, our fabric, whatever base fabric you're using, you're going to cut that out as well. And make sure that base fabric matches the same size as your t-shirt. Next up, we're going to make a sandwich. We're going to lay some cardboard down, then we're going to lay our wax paper down on top of it. I use wax paper so none of my material sticks to the cardboard. Then we're going to lay our canvas or whatever fabric you're using for a base, we're going to lay that on top. And then we're going to take our fabric glue. We're going to squirt it on and spread it out nice and even, okay? Try not to over drench it, but you want it nice and even. That's when you come in with the sponge brush and just make a nice, light, even layer. Do 2 layers, but make sure you do it fast. Now guys, I only apply the fabric glue to the base layer of fabric. If you apply it to the t-shirt as well, you run the risk of the glue running through the t-shirt and you get a bunch of glue splotches once it all dries. It doesn't look that good, so I only put it on the base layer of fabric, okay? And then you lay your t-shirt on top of that, make sure it's all nice. And optionally, guys, you can take a rolling pin or a liquor bottle or whatever round object that's cylindrical that you have and just roll it out all flat, okay? Roll it flat, make sure there's no bubbles, no bumps, no nothing. All right, now that it's all flat, we're gonna take our wax paper, lay that on top of the t-shirt, take another piece of cardboard, lay that on top. We have a nice little sandwich, and pretty much we are gonna lay it in between 2 flat, heavy objects. I'm using 2 pieces of plywood, and then I'm gonna put some weight right on top of it, let it sit for 48 hours. And there we go, that's pretty much it. All you have to do is cut out the excess fabric after 48 hours. And when you cut it out, make sure you leave 1 inch so you can roll over and make some hems once you start sewing, okay? Don't cut yourself short. And you got a back patch. That back patch is gonna last a lot longer than a t-shirt just stuck on the back of your jacket, the back of your denim, whatever you put it on. You might be putting on some crust pants, I don't know. But it's gonna turn out so much better and it's gonna be reinforced. Here's this jacket I'm making for one of my old high school friends. As you can see, it's a lot of his old t-shirts. I just put it on this vest that he brought over and it looks pretty solid, you know. I know this was a really fast tutorial, but honestly guys, this is a trick that not a lot of people know on how to take your old t-shirts and reinforce them into back patches so the back patches don't fall apart. You can do this with t-shirts, you can do it with hoodies, you can do it with anything that you want to put on the back of a jacket. It's going to last a lot longer once it's reinforced without worrying about that patch falling apart. Just like it was if it was a t-shirt just sewn onto the back of your vest. Hopefully you guys like this. I've been doing this DIY shit for about 17 years. If you like what you see, then check out these other DIY tutorials, as well as hit the button down below. Until next time, see you later, nerds.